So here it is, 2016 Nissan Maxima. We're going to be going over all the whole car. This particular here is the S model. I'm going to show you what type of features it offers standard. So let's take a look. 2016 model year, what you will notice is it's a complete redesign from 2014. Everything has changed. The engine, the body panels, the whole design of it itself is completely new, completely different for this year. We have standard 18-inch alloy wheels on every single model. The SR will have a different design, but the rest of them, the S, the SV, the SL, and the Platinum will have the same wheels, which you're going to notice right away in this new Maxima. It has that, again, that corporate B-motion grille, which looks really, really nice. You have boomerang headlights, but in the shape of a LED now as well. You have the boomerang here. LED daytime running lights are always going to be on in the daytime and the nighttime, so gives it kind of a really aggressive look. Looks genuinely really nice. Standard fog lights right there at the bottom. Now with the side profile of the Nissan Maxima, on this particular model is going to be a little bit hard to notice because it is the black color, but you have this floating roof type of effect. So that's a new design language that Nissan is moving towards now. So it's something, you might like it, you might hate it. Personally, I really like it. Gives it a really nice look, as well as these blacked out pillars here. So if you get any other color besides the black one, you can really notice it better. Moving on here towards the back now. Like I said, this is the base model, so all it says in the back is going to be Maxima. But what you do see now here on this new model, Nissan is calling this the four-door sports car, and that's evident with little things that they have engraved in the car. So you're going to see this inside in the front headlights. Four-door sports car. Now, in this new design in the back, you can see has boomerang tail lights as well, LED tail lights as well too, so that looks definitely really, really nice when you turn them on. It's not these like little LED bulbs, it's just a strip of LEDs. In the nighttime, it looks really, really nice. So we're gonna go over the inside with changes to in just a second. Just want to take a quick look on the outside first, make sure you get familiar with it. We're gonna go all around the vehicle. We're gonna just see what has changed so far. But overall, it's a really, really big change. One of the best Maximas Nissan has ever made. In terms of driving, appearance-wise, really big, huge upgrade. So this particular Maxima, well, all of the Maximas actually, they come standard with the Nissan Intelligent Key. That's something that Nissan's moving towards, trying to make it standard in most of their vehicles. The advantage of this one, that even in the base model, you have remote start. So the way it works, we're gonna lock the car first, press and hold the start button. Now the vehicle has turned on, and when it has turned on, it's a little bit hard to see in direct sunlight, but now the LED lights are turned on. So let's go take a look inside and see what else has changed in the car. So just as soon as we get inside, we see this kind of Murano-esque type interior. We first saw this interior in more like the Murano, but what's new in this one, however, it's really different. Really, they use a whole lot nicer materials. The only thing that's similar in the Muranos, kind of in the Murano, they have this kind of line that goes stretches across all the car. The rest of the interior is pretty much new, but you do see some influence of Murano in here. From the soft touch, anywhere you touch, pretty much no plastics now in this car. So soft touch here, leather here on the sides, leather where everywhere you touch the car. Everything feels really, really nice. Just gonna explain everything in detail as far as the car, so if you're a new owner of the Nissan Maxima, you're gonna understand how to use everything with this car. Now, what is new in this particular year, we've seen kind of in the Nissan Altima where it first debuted, we've seen in the Murano, the Nissan Rogue, but this one is particularly different. This is what Nissan calls the drive assist display. So it's a really helpful screen in this car. The way you control it, it's controlled by these buttons here on the steering wheel. So these control the volume. So let's say if you like a certain song on the radio, you can put the volume up, down, control all through here. Change presets here. So if you want to change for the first preset, second preset, while you're driving, change the year, change the source, so AM, FM, all that good stuff is going to be controlled through the source button. All Nissan Maximas have automatic headlights, so in the daytime, nighttime, they're going to turn on by themselves. Nothing to worry about there. Leave it in auto and you're always going to be good to go. Standard Bluetooth in the car, answer the phone calls and the phone calls, as well as voice commands here. The cruise control here, so the way you press it, you see the little cruise control button up top, and then it goes away. And you can control the speed of the cruise control here. So just maybe a brief look around before we continue. Just don't want to necessarily bore you too quickly. Really, really nice. Okay, now let's go moving back again to the drive assist display. We're going to start from the very first screen and go through all of them quickly. This one, the home screen, I guess you can say, it gives you kind of a brief breakdown of what's happening with the car, miles per hour that you're driving, what radio station's playing, what song's playing. So when you're driving, you're not too distracted there. You have the most important information without being overloaded with too many things. You have the how many miles are left to a tank's empty down here, and how many miles are in the odometer of the vehicle. So pretty easy to understand, not too crazy here. You have the speedometer and the odometer left and right side. Again, this one is just for the radio, so it shows you what song's playing, what radio station. So it's kind of going to break it down for you. If I change the radio station, again, it'll adjust, show me what different information's there. We're moving again, pressing this button, switching to the different home screen. This one right here, it's just nothing too fancy, just a picture of the car, you know, just for looks. You can choose to have it there or not. Also, what it will show you is a compass, but on top of that, if you have a set navigation here, you can see the turn-by-turn directions here in the advanced drive assist display. Something that's really, really helpful, really useful. Something personally I really, really like. So when you're driving, again, you don't have to be distracted looking over here, drive back, look over here, eyes back on the road. You have all the information right here, and then you can keep your eyes right back on the road. Moving down here is a trip computer, so it shows you basic information in the car, how you're driving, miles per gallon, stuff like that. This one's going to show you instantly how many miles per gallon the car is getting. So it kind of trains you in a way to drive a little bit more fuel efficient. If you're being too heavy footed, the little meter will go down. Not so heavy footed, you'll get up to about 60 miles a gallon. But you know, if you have to drive really, really lightly. Tire pressure, this one in particular is something really, really important. It'll kind of break down the tire pressure for you. Right now, since the car is not moving and I just turned it on, it's not going to show me too much, but once the car gets moving, you'll see a picture of the four wheels. It'll break it down like front and back and left and right. If one of the tires is low, it'll let you know exactly which tire it is and how much air you need in that tire. This one right here, it's going to change what we're showing you. If we go into sport mode, you see sport there. Kind of shows you what's happening with the car as I accelerate, how much torque and everything, all the good stuff, how the engine's running. So just some basic information there. Anytime you have like any little warnings, this one right here is your warning screen. So let's say if I open up the door, it'll tell me that I have one warning to review. Open it up, let me know that my door is open. But it handles everything from low tire pressure, low fuel, to any services that need to be done with the car. It'll all tell you right through here. And now we go to the settings where we can change a couple things here. Change what color you want the car to be in the display. Take away a couple displays, so if you don't want to see some certain screens here, if it's screen overload, you can take some of them away, but you have all the options here. Back again to taking a look at the car. It's really, really nice. Again, moving on to like the soft materials everywhere. Here, it's gonna be leather dashboard. Even here to your sides, where your legs gonna be resting a lot of the time, it's gonna be leather. A leather armrest. This is all, keep in mind, in the base model. So we're not even into one of the Nissan's fancier levels yet. So this is on the base model. You do get standard navigation as well as backup camera. You can see there, no trajectory, but you do get some distance meters and a really, really nice display on this one here. It's going to be touchscreen as well, as controlled by this little knob here. So we're going to go over how to use this system in particular. It's not too hard to understand. It is, like I said, touchscreen. Kind of works like the same as your phone, so you can zoom in, zoom out, all that good stuff there. Or control it from here, the knob. As I turn it one way, it'll zoom in. Turn it the other way, it'll zoom out. You can also control like where to go. Let's say you want to move it. You push this up, push down to the sides, and you can see this target thing start to move. I can either navigate to that certain location that I stopped to by pressing the OK button here. Press OK, and it says I can set that as my new destination and start navigating there from my location. You also have the back buttons, control here, so if you want to go back, you can control it. Press to go to the home button. So this is your main screen, so press home. Your main screen here, again, it kind of works like your touchscreen cell phone would, so you can swipe things to the left or to the right, or press the button here. Also, again, you can control it through here, so you can see me roll through the different options as I'm driving. So if whatever way seems easier to you, you can set your own home screen with a couple widgets, apps, radio. Now, the system is a little bit has a lot of features, so it's gonna take me a little while to go through all of them, but for the sake of this video, it's an informative video. On the other trim cars, I'm not going to go too in detail of it, but for starters, you always have this home button here and this home button here. So it's always going to take you to the main screen where you can decide to go home, open your Nissan Connect apps, which once you connect your phone, you can use stuff like Facebook, Google Search, Pandora, iHeartRadio, a whole mess of apps that Nissan has that's compatible with both Android and iPhone. You can set different widgets here, so you can customize it any way that you want, add more or remove some from here. This little row of icons are always going to be there, so it's really helpful. So audio is going to let you bounce through audio, map really quickly, so you can get to what you need to do really fast. So audio, obviously going to be the radio, so HD radio on this car, so it's going to give you that really rich sound. You can have up to, I believe, 12 presets in this car. Mix it in with regular FM, and then throw in some satellite radio in those, so when you're driving you don't have to switch between AM or FM. You also, moving on, you have to the phone, so once you connect your phone, you can text people, go through your phone book, voice command, so you can tell the vehicle to talk to a certain person. Info of the car, so this is just basic things depending where you're at. Like, you can see if there is any gas stations, the weather, the traffic, your Nissan Connect apps directly through here. Pressing the back button and go back. The home button, like I said, you have the home button here. Going to the maps. Really nice layout. One of the best maps we've seen so far. It's the same one that they use in the Murano, now in the new Nissan Maxima. Going back to the home button. Navigation, press navigation. You can always go home, set a new street address, points of interest. We'll explore anything around us, gas stations, restaurants. That's also your address book. If you have any of your friends' addresses saved, go through your address book and you can be able to find their home address there. The last one is just a setting where you can tweak a couple things here. As you can tweak how the navigation works. You can add a phone to Bluetooth. You can change the sound of the radio, so if you want more bass, higher treble, stuff like that. It's going to be controlled all through here. It's really self-explanatory, not too much, not too complicated here. Now, how overall, like the physical buttons in this car. Obviously, volume is going to be here. Audio buttons, which is always going to take you to the radio. This one's always going to take you to the maps. This one's always going to take you home. So if you ever get lost fidgeting with the radio, you don't know if the screen's too bright at night, you can put it in night mode, automatic mode, or daytime mode. So you have a couple options there, or you can tweak the brightness from here. You also have your audio control here, so you can change the radio stations or change them through here. And again, HD radio, so you're going to get a really good sound. Now, one good thing with the Nissan Maxima that the Murano did not have, the Nissan Maxima has its cell phone holder, the Murano had it, but the good thing in this one is that it can fit larger phones, like a Galaxy Note, a Samsung Galaxy S6, which is something really good. On the Nissan Murano, only an iPhone could fit in there. So if you want to test out how deep it is, let's do it right now. This is a Galaxy S6 going inside of the hole. Now that's pretty deep. It closes and everything with the phone inside. Now speaking about this little storage compartment, what we do have, we have an auxiliary jack there and 2 USBs on this car. Now again, I said this is standard on the base model. Going to here, how to work the car. As long as you have the key inside, you can press the start button, turn off the car, press it again, turn on the car as long as your foot is on the brake. You have this nice shifter here that has a optional. You can get it a 4-door sports car. You can customize this a couple of ways. It's gonna be really easy to operate reverse, neutral, drive, as well as extronic shifting. So when you do that, you're gonna see kind of a 1 right there on the advanced driver assist display, where you can shift gears or downshift. So upshift, downshift when the car is in motion. Right now it's not going to work because we're standing still. Put it back in drive, you're going to see drive there. If you put it in sport, you're going to see the little sport button there. Back to normal. So what's new is this one is not only does it feel higher quality, it feels firmer. You have nice leather here surrounding the car. It's a really nice breakdown. You have dual air conditioning, so if the passenger is feeling like they're a little bit cold, you can put the heater on one side, have it cool on one side, take away the dual air conditioning there, control your fan speed here, or put it in automatic mode. So what it's going to do is going to control the fan speed. So as the cabin starts reaching that temperature that you have set there, the fan speed is going to start to go down. You have your defroster here and your front defroster here, so really easy to control. The camera button's not going to do much unless you go into reverse. Press the camera button, the guidelines will go off, and then the trajectory is right there. So pretty easy to understand there. Take away the camera button, back to normal. Now because this is the base model, you do have cloth on this one, but you have power seat for the driver and the passenger. Continuing on with the interior of the Nissan Maxima, like I said, you do have a power seat for the driver, up, down, and you can recline it any which way. So it's about an 8-way power seat. Here's where the lumbar support would be if you have a higher end trim like the SV or the SL. Like I said, it's cloth on the base model, but this is high quality cloth. It's really kind of taking it off at the sports car name. It's going to be hold you in place, real high quality cloth. You're not going to slide around this one if you're going to take a turn really fast. Kind of see a whole layout of the car. Moving into the back of the vehicle, you can see it's really spacious. So you can hop on in. Have the car kind of set to my height. I'm about 6 feet in the driver's side, so even here sitting in the back I have a lot of leg room. You have vents here for your back passengers, as well as vents underneath the seats. You have a cup holder here. Get it out the way if you don't need it. You can sit 3 adults comfortably here in the back, 5 adults total. Armrest here. And again, one thing with the quality of this vehicle, it travels all the way to the back. So normally in other cars in its class, when you would start using plastic here in the back because for the passengers, here on the Nissan Maxima it's leather all around. So leather still here, leather here on the sides, this nice metal looking here, and then again you have leather here on the doors in the back. So really nice. Airbags all around the car, so it's one of the safest ones here. You see the airbags for the side airbags here, but you also see them here in the back, which is something you don't see in too many cars. So this car is going to be protected all around, so not just the driver but the passengers in this car as well. Giving you kind of take a really good look at this car. So like again, no plastics anywhere around. Even here on the side, Nissan's really paying a lot of attention to detail. So not even this is plastic, so it's really nice cloth here. Same thing for the one you see in the drive side. So all the pillars, everything, the roof, really high quality now. Nissan has definitely made a big improvement to the Maxima, their flagship sedan, placing a lot of attention to detail. Now let's move on to the back and see what else is in the trunk. To open up the trunk on the Nissan Maxima, it's something a little bit different. There's a couple ways to do it. You can press the button located directly underneath the Nissan sign under the chrome strip. Press it once and the trunk will fly open, as well as the key in the Nissan Intelligent Key. But what is different in this new trunk is what you're going to notice. It's definitely really spacious. The design of this one is a little bit different. Now you have the trunk that will open up by itself. On the previous model, you have some supports that would hold up the trunk, but it would make it a little bit hard for it to open and close. On this one, really smooth, as you can see, just up and down, really easy. On the trunk here, you see we have the backup camera. So this has been kind of a brief look at the, well, not so brief look at the 2016 Nissan Maxima. We're going to take it for a quick drive right now. Can't give you too many driving impressions on it, but what I can say is that it drives like a dream. This 2016 Nissan Maxima. Get inside the car, press the push button start, we're good to go. Let's drive this car. I'm going to be recording in portrait because obviously I cannot record the car and drive. I don't want to get a ticket. So the vehicle is going to, the video is going to be looking a little weird, but we're going to take this car on a test drive of the Los Angeles downtown area streets. Let's go for a drive. Now it has a lot of power in this car. Definitely you're going to notice that. Drives super smooth, feels really solid. Especially when you put it in sport mode, the steering wheel starts to become kind of heavy-ish. Takes off really fast. You don't really have to step on the gas too much and the car just goes. As we're driving, you notice the car is really quiet with the windows up. But if you punch it, that sound gets really aggressive. But if you leave it in regular normal mode, some of the noise outside is kind of like the engine noise is a little bit dumbed down. You don't hear it too much on the inside. Since we are kind of in traffic in a populated area, I'm not gonna gun it. Don't want to cause an accident or anything on this car. As we're driving, you see kind of like the speed warnings there. So if I'm going too fast, the car kind of lets me know, hey, the speed limit's 35. Probably don't go anything above that. So we're driving, the map starts adjusting to where we're at. Turn off the radio there. Handles like a dream. As crazy as it drives, it's still rated at 30 miles to the gallon highway, so it's actually one of the most fuel efficient vehicles in its class with the power that it has. You know, 300 horsepower in this car. It's a 3.5 liter V6, but it's a new one, 60% new different parts, so that's one thing that's going to be good in this one here. really good takeoff. Now this car does have a CVT, but you don't really notice it in this one. So when you do need it to drive smoothly and feel no shifts, it does that. When you need it to kind of simulate a shift, take off really fast and everything, put it in sport mode, and this car, you can feel it. It definitely drives like a 4-door sports car, no doubt about that. 300 horsepower, like I said. This one, the economy is very, very good. It's a front-wheel drive car, but with all the technology Nissan has packed into this car, you wouldn't even know it. We try to take a turn, really sharp turn on this one. It's not gonna, you're not gonna feel any understeer, oversteer, anything like that. It's gonna go through that turn really, really easy. Trying to spin this car out of control is gonna be your main thing, because you're not going to be able to do it too much, because it's really good, high quality. They have what Nissan calls active trace control, which will break the some of the inner wheels very slightly, something that will keep the car on its steered path. Alright, so this has been a quick little demo ride of the car. I really hope you enjoy the vehicle, the video and the vehicle. We're going to continue doing more videos, in particular about the SV, the SL, and the Platinum. I'm not going to be driving the rest of them as much as I did this one. I will do a couple more. I'm going to break down every little trim level individually, but for now, I really hope you enjoyed this video.